Welcome to Daily Connection here at the Vineyard at Mount Comfort. I am Raye Combs, and I am so glad that you've joined me today. The last time I was with you, I spoke about joy, the fullness of joy, and that it comes when we're in the presence of God. Well, there's something else that we receive from God when we're in His presence, and that's life. We receive fullness of life. And that's what I want to talk about today, life. So first I want to read from the Gospel of John, chapter 10, verse 10. In this chapter, Jesus is talking about the Good Shepherd. And these are His words. The thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. Abundant life. Extravagant life, overflowing life. God's never stingy. He's not going to give us just life. He's going to overflow us with life. He's going to be extravagant with us. Jesus has that gift of life for us, fullness of life. And He says, here, will you take it? And we say, sure, I want life, I'll take it. But do we open it up? Do we take out that abundant life and put it on us like a garment? Or do we leave it on the shelf? Some of us leave it on the shelf. I did. And in some ways I still do. I settled for mediocrity, a mediocre life, a ho-hum life, a just drifting from day to day. But that isn't what God wants for us. He wants us to be full of life, to enjoy every moment of it, to come alive with life. A few years ago, Bob and I were on vacation, and we stopped at an art fair, craft fair. And when walking through it, a poster jumped right out at me from one of the booths. And I brought it with. And I love the colors. I love bright colors. And I thought, ooh, that's cool, just from the colors. And then I read the words. And I'd like to read those to you. It says, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive. And then go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Have you come alive? Have you chosen life from the Lord? Let me read to you from Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. God is speaking to the Israelites as they're traveling from Egypt into the Promised Land. And He's been setting up the tabernacle. He's been setting up the commandments. He's been setting up life for them. And He says these words, I call heaven and earth as witnesses today against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both you and your descendants may live, that you may love the Lord your God, that you may obey His voice, and that you may cling to Him, for He is your life and the length of your days. Choose life, and God will give you abundant life. As the poster said, find out what makes you feel alive. I asked him that because I didn't know. Oh, I enjoyed things, but no real passion, no intensity. So what was there in my life that would make me feel alive. And God said this to me, Raye, what happens when you teach? And I thought, oh my goodness, that's when I feel the most alive, when I'm teaching, whether it's my Bible study or even my grandkids as we learn to bake together. And I'm teaching them how to measure and stir, break eggs. I feel the most alive. I feel full of life. What is it in your life that makes you feel that way? Maybe it's you like working in the garden, flowers or vegetables, working in the soil. Then do it. And thank God for the ability to bring forth beauty, to bring forth the vegetables that will sustain us. Maybe you like to sew or paint or do woodwork or tinker in the car. I have a son who finds his life in clay. He makes pottery. I have another son who finds life in composing music and playing it on his guitar with his daughters, who also play with him. That gives him fullness of life. What is it in your life? I challenge you this week. Ask God. Ask God what brings you to life, and then choose it. Take it from Jesus. Put it on, the fullness of life. Experience it with all your senses. Choose life. Come alive, my beloveds. Don't settle for the mediocre, but grab a hold of the abundant life that Jesus gives us. I'll be anxious to hear what you have found in your life that fills you up with excitement and joy from God. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.